What's good, y'all? This is Kev and fuck your couch. No, just coming to you guys live once again. As you come in, please hit the like button. If it's your first time in this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I want to thank you for being here on another late night. Um, very, very much so. And things are looking okay, I guess. I guess every day above ground is a win. That's what they say, and that's pretty much the case because I remember telling you guys on Sunday, and this is still very much evident today as well. Some people that are breathing right now won't be at the end of this week. So if you're one of the ones that make it, just think something like, you know. So let me get some shout outs in the chat. RPM was first. What's good? Phil Brad, what's up? You got RPM was the early bird. He's first one here. So he also says that if it's strong and independent, there is no need to defend it. Yeah, I mean, shoot, according to the feedback that we get online about black men, we ain't been doing enough. We don't never do enough. So I'm here to, discuss possibly, through just deep thought, what that is, what it means to protect a black woman, to protect a God, because gods need protection. I mean, hey, we're here to try to figure out what that logic is at the end of the day. So, we got Andre 416 in the building. We got A.L. Evans. What's good? What's good? Buried Little. Black Light Revelations 2 said, Peace, Kevin. Chat. Hit the like, share the stream, become a member, and support the show. All righty. Hybrid Catastrophic Impact X83rd Power. What's going on, my brother? Uh, said, thankful we are all breathing. All right. Okay. All right. So why would you say something like a God needs protection? Because the black woman is God. She's the mother of the earth. She is where all of us come from, and uh, you know, my mother, of course, was a black woman, and have a black daughter. So that's supposed to make me more sympathetic. According to some folks, it's supposed to make me more sympathetic toward the gynocracy. I have a daughter, therefore I must protect her. I mean, well, I'll do stuff like that anyway. But the protection, I won't say who the content creator is or was or whatever, but this was about, I would say, 4 years ago. It was a female content creator, and she said that yeah, there is black men, yes, they do protect us on the outside, in reality, which is, you would believe that that actually matters somewhat. Hopefully it does. I mean, because if we're protecting you for real, then why say all the other stuff? And I do believe that black men overall are very protective of black women's well-being. If we see a troublesome situation or we are alerted to it by a loved one, we definitely do step in and take care of business. That's no problem. I've been a part of certain tasks that might have been in the direction of protecting a loved one that was a woman. But I knew of the entire situation. It wasn't some type of go get that nigga type deal, some proxy, situation. Because I'm smart enough to at least try to avoid that, but or had the great fortune of not having that happen. Doing something stupid and losing my freedom uh, on behalf of a female. See, that's when I need. That's when I need that sound bite. So, just letting you know that your donations have done me some good, and I should have a laptop very shortly. I wish this fucking cat would stop running around this damn room. Will you stay still? Well, Hey, anyway, we got Gabe A in the building. Said, last remember I came from a father's desk. uh, uh, Andre, uh, okay, hold on one second. I saw it. Wait a minute. Okay, all right. Yeah, Andre is in here in his other profile. Said Dusty Days was good. Yeah, yeah. So according to the female population on the internet, black men aren't doing enough to protect black women. We're not online. In real life, yes. Even on certain internet videos, when you see a woman pop off in a man's face, it's like if there's a bunch of dudes in the area, they are laughing at you. But the second you raise an eyebrow, they're in front of you saying, hell no. No, you're not going to do this, brother. So where is the non protection coming from? Uh, but we're not protecting them online, meaning that there are certain guys that are saying stuff and we haven't done enough to let's say silence those voices, I would say. Um I here's the thing about the online stuff. Everyone is equal as far as words go. They do have a thing called online bullying where I would say it impacts children because kids are mean. But as far as adults go, I think adults, for the most part, need to suck it up and face the reality of the situation. It's like you're in a conversation, and I understand if you're being nice, if you're being genuine, if you're being courteous, and then people are cursing you out and call you all kinds of names and trying to dox your information and put it all over the place and try to send pizzas to your house and whatever the fuck whatever the fuck online bullies do. But uh I can understand all that, but it's like if you lose in a debate or a conversation where you are deliberately starting shit, and there's no need for you to sit up there and complain about any type of bullying, any type of internet shenanigans if you are yourself participating in it. So my thing is adults versus children. If I know you're like, I would say under the age of 18, when you come to this platform, first off, I would probably not even let you up if I know that you're like under the age of 18, because that's a whole different ball game right there. Is some of these kids who pop off don't know what they're talking about. Some 45-year-old man will cuss them out, and then all of a sudden you're in trouble for hurting some feelings. So, but if you are an adult, if you are part of a conversation, and I will respect you as long as you respect me. But if you are a certain age, if you are well into adulthood, I don't give a damn if you're a man or a woman. Just come up here sort of cordial. I'm a cool guy. But again, it's like we're not. I guess because people like everybody always brings up this name right here. When the man's in the grave, we need to let him rest. But I got to bring it up. Guys like, Kevin Samuels, we didn't do enough to protect them from that guy. You know, even though there was legions of these guys that we call simps that were always at his throats, and you know, legions of content creators. I wouldn't even say legions, probably like maybe 15 or 20 content creators consistently that will say shit about this man. It was never good enough. It had to be all of us. See, when it's not all of us, when it's not 100% of everybody, then that means that the effort is not good enough. So if I'm painting a list of requirements, I would say, for this so-called protection or whatever, then the one thing is 100% of black guys who frequent internet spaces have to be participant in it, which means that we need to resurrect Kevin Samuels and get him to apologize to the population of black women for telling them the truth. I mean, you literally got to do shit like that in order to satiate or satisfy someone with a lower mindset, because to them it's possible. Like 100% of all of us, getting on our knees, prostrating ourselves, telling them we are sorry for, just pointing out what we see with our eyes. Okay. I guess also because, like I said, we haven't set up security booths, in front of every neighborhood that is dominating of mothers. You know, we're not stopping their kids from fighting each other and shooting bullets and shit. So we need to be down in the damn trenches telling them what to do. No, I mean, this is, we literally have to do the impossible. And, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. It's just that when I hear this word protect, it's like when you protect someone, if you put yourself on the line, that person on the other side, at least for me, they got to be worth it. So with a child, especially my offspring, especially, I don't mind doing that. And I was, referring to my offspring anyway. I mean, y'all better keep an eye on y'all little big heads running around here. I mean, shoot, that's the least you could do for bringing them into this world. But an adult, you know, someone who is supposed to have all the higher brain functions, nah, your stupidity will be penalized. And I mean, just go out in the world and navigate safely. Act like you got some common goddamn sense. It's like, don't walk around dark alleys that smell like urine. It's always gonna be the criminal's fault. It's always gonna be the criminal's fault. We can't, like most of all, we have to understand that we can't do anything. We can't predict when a criminal will strike, when someone will be victimized. There's no way to predict it. There's nothing like that movie Minority Report, where you can predict the crime. And even then that shit was compromised. So, but y'all get the gist of what I'm saying, hopefully. Said kids sometime invade some of these platforms. Yeah, gotta be careful. Guys gotta be careful. That's why they say you have to, they'll go ahead and rate your video sometimes for you so it won't get in the hands of children. But ain't for real, there ain't no kid trying to watch this. It's not some kind of cartoon, or it's not showing you how to make Goku out of Play-Doh or some shit like that. So I mean, for the most part, this platform has nothing to worry about. But I mean, a 17-year-old did show up on the panel one time, so that was like 2 weeks ago. So, all right. So what? So here, I guess here's what we got to do as far as protection of women. We have to even. Okay, it's kind of like something my mother said back in the day.
I didn't agree with her, and I was like 10 years old. I mean, I had the discernment enough to disagree. I mean, even though it was my mother, I don't want y'all to think that I was on some disrespect shit, but I mean, it ain't no, it's, it is, I shoot straight with people, but, she's like, she said something to the effect of, mom, even when I'm wrong, I'm right. I was like, well, my thought process was that isn't correct. So, I do understand that people will follow a certain mindset when it comes to a family dynamic. And, most of those mindsets involve a man sitting on his damn nuts and keeping his lip button while the mother, the big mama type, the grandmother, they get to open their mouths in anger and frustration and, everyone is in fear and, it's just that, and the man that pays for everything just sits down and shuts up and just let her do her fucking thing. And that's the way most like men were conditioned to do. And then when there is trouble afoot, then he stands up and then he does his thing. He goes into the family protection. He gets his shotgun and says, tries to fight off the threat, I guess, and then he has a battle axe right behind him and some kids. That's how we were raised. We were raised to get disrespected and protect anyway. So a lot of, men lately, pay attention to the behaviors. I mean, when it comes to this online stuff, many people pay attention to the behaviors and what these women are saying. And a lot of these guys in reality are starting to say, hey, fuck that shit. I'll just mind my own motherfucking business since they feel this way. And many would make the argument that this is just online stuff. This is just online stuff, man. I mean, real life is different. They don't mean that. Yes, they do. That's just me. Yes, they do. They do mean that shit. But I mean, they'll quickly dismiss it as being online. But people come to be there. I mean, let me see. People come online. They that word come. People they get on the internet to hide their real selves. Yeah, meaning that they use their real selves to project onto comment sections and on places like Twitter and Facebook, comment threads and um people who, have the courage to, have their voices and opinions heard on panels and shit. They come to project that too because they're way that they would act like that in certain settings, like family dinners and in their jobs. And I mean, I wouldn't act the way I act in a professional setting unless I had complete control of the professional setting, which is something that if you're a young man with a mind that is straightforward and you have some type of direction and foresight, my suggestion to you is you need to work on gaining your own. Get yourself in that independent mindset, that mind frame to, just to, create a successful business model or, just get something on your own, not to support someone else's dream by being an employee. But uh, the, once I can get something like that accomplished, I'll tell you more about it. But just at the end of the day, at the bare minimum, I'm just telling people that they can just make their own path and just not so much stick to what they told our parents and what our parents told us because of what they were told themselves. You always can, do better, I would say. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So my suggestion is this: y'all can carry on and do how y'all please. I mean, if you think that yelling and yapping and, going on internet crusades to, silence people and tell them that they can't say this about XYZ group, but they can say this about, let me be careful of the use of alphabet terms. They can say stuff about group 1, 2, 3. Shoot. No. Well, we come to these spaces, and it's just like this, and at least I like to establish this on this channel. It's like nothing is off limits. No one is off limits. If we're gonna talk, if you're gonna call a little person a midget, we can call out a black woman doing something wrong. That's just what it is. And we can call out, black men that are on some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? We do it all the time. That doesn't mean that we don't protect our own, because for the most part, as black men, we do. So what is protecting black, what does protecting black women look like? Ask a black woman that is under the protection of a black man, such as her husband, if she has one. You can ask her, or you can ask the black woman that stays out of trouble and knows how to go get a man, or has a man that can protect them. Or she can protect herself. She can always carry a gun, and then hopefully she has good enough aim. I wouldn't suggest to anyone that hasn't taken any self-defense classes, if a woman is going against a crazy, burly, heavy man, then that self-defense is not going to do much good. So like I said, I hope she got good aim, or at least, have access to get to a man so she can be protected. But, protection, I wouldn't say always has to be physical. Protection can mean other things too. But like I said, for a woman like that, you probably have to ask a woman who is under the protection of a man. A black woman that decides to be under the protection of a man, or, because they're saying that we don't protect them enough. And yet still, in every balanced setting of black people, I see a bunch of black men, that surround the black women. And there's no way that those men will ever let anything happen to those women in that setting. We don't get enough credit for the shit that we do, as far as how we put ourselves on the line for our families, and how we put ourselves on the line to protect ours. It's bullshit, especially in these online, and it's something that I don't take lightly. And then a lot of you daddy issue motherfuckers go along with that shit. Hey, so, and I have to say, most of you are very fortunate. And then you come online, there it is again. Look, no Diddy. And you say bullshit like, what, prompts me to have to do broadcasts like this. And then I know there's some people out there listening, man, why should you care, man? Why should you care? Content, motherfucker. Content. So, up from the norm, 18 was good. Only let the dog off the chain when it's time to protect, while they didn't want to give the dog a treat for his good deeds. That's us, black man. Treatment worse than a dog these days. Yeah. Of course, if you know how to sea walk and wear jeans too small to pull over your to pull over your underwear, then then you'll know treatment that is better than a dog. But that's not gonna. And I'm not saying that you should sit there and beg for to be treated well. If she's not treating you well, or she's not treating you with any respect, why should you protect that person? I mean, that is the reality of it. I shouldn't have to put my neck on the line for a bitch. Man, I mean, seriously, that is what it is at the end of the day. You risking your neck for someone that doesn't respect you. That is your fault. That is all your fault. Shoot, motherfucker act like she can't even smile. You're supposed to be the human shield. Say, get the fuck out of here with that. They want protection without obedience toward black men. I wouldn't even say obedience. I'm just saying, just look, get behind me. You should look, if the motherfucker bigger than you, you should not be in that motherfucker's face shouting, yelling, and screaming. Shut your motherfucking ass up. Allow me to try to de-escalate the situation if at all possible, so everyone can walk away unscathed. Shit. Don't that you realize how many men have gotten hurt and killed because they woman can't shut the fuck up? Southpaw 2K1 was good. Not 9 to 5 hate Kev. 9 to 5s can be quite lucrative, LOL. Yeah, they can. Ernest Stahl was good. They love police and speech. Everybody does. If I protect a woman and instruct her not to go in that direction again, if she does it again, there's no more obedience. It's the first law of protection. They just need to stay close to the simps who got the super duper long ass capes. Man, let me tell you something. Them simps ain't trying to do shit, bro. That is the most cap you will see on the internet ever is from a simp. They're worse than the bitches. And I mean, like, in order to accomplish that kind of bad, there has to be an effort. But Gabe, 9 to 5. Oh yeah, when I was making a comment about be your own boss. Yeah, the whole yeah, I got you. But anyway, if you are so lucky to find one, Blue Marble 9, what's good? That's the Bishop to discuss how black women entitled to protect. Okay. At Dusty, I got shadow banned on BGS other channel, so and Angry Man, so I'm using my other account. Oh, okay. Ask my dad if the black woman is a DT. My dad didn't ask me if I was doing any recreation drugs. Well, recreation. How many recreation drugs are there? Shoot. Let's see. I don't protect shit that doesn't respect or listen to me. Well, I mean, that's not just a suggest. Like I said, I just don't want black men out here dying and going to prison for stupid ass fucking reasons. Being a proxy, losing control. Somebody your stupidity or some shit like that. Or you might die. How many black men have died because of shit like that? Knowing when to shut up is a powerful tool to have. It also allows you to hear other things missed. I told a black woman that even if a man disrespects you, you shouldn't go and try him. Don't sink to his level. Be feminine enough to walk away. Oh, girl, tell the man that you're with. Oh boy, this, that, and the other. Okay, let me go handle this. I mean, if we want to, let's get the fuck out of here because he's bigger than me or something. I don't know. I mean, but you can't get in that man's face thinking that, like you Clarissa Shields or somebody. Like, somebody else need to keep their mouth shut. Dude. Shit. So. I mean, it said, I looked it up online. It said that the algorithm might have considered me to be a spam account, which is BS. Thankfully, women in the past that didn't know how to listen when it came to protection. Okay. Man, look. Yeah, that's that. Like I said, that's some online cap. They get plenty of protection. This is the United States of America. It ain't as bad as everyone makes it out to be. I mean, when you look at the stats, sometimes the narratives are overinflated. It ain't like, and look, I know it's a crazy world out there. I know it is. I know I have a child that's one day going to become an adult. She's going to be a young woman one day, and she's going to have to go out there and she's going to have to face that world. And that world is a dangerous place. sometimes it can be dangerous for young women. So I think about that every day, but it's not something that I would say like it's too dangerous a world. Like, you step outside and then something just happens. If we're so worried about something like this, let me make a suggestion should impact, every parent in the Black community. And that is just to raise your kids to be functional, decent human beings if you have children. If you don't have kids, it might be too late and you might be one of the dumb motherfuckers I'm talking about. But I mean, just in case you're not. Okay. Let me see real quick. Oh, you want me to mod that account? What up, Truth as I know it. What's good? Kev. I remember a skit on Key and Peele where Peele played the annoying girlfriend of Keys and Keys kept getting smacked. The one skit I didn't find funny at all. Hmm. Played the annoying girlfriend. Okay. Yeah, he dressed as a broad. They did it a little bit more extreme than Chappelle and less funny, but they did have their funny moments. So yeah. Hold on 1 second, Andre. I'll go ahead and mod you up. See. Okay, I'm back. There you go, Andre. All right. So let me ask y'all a question as a in the chat. As a son of a Black mother, do you feel as if Black men have not done enough to protect Black women? My answer, I think Black men have done plenty. I really think we have. I do think that it has been within our power at all times. As far as the online stuff, if you can't, it's one of those things. If it's like if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen because everybody who is an adult knows how to open their mouth and use words. Is refusing to give unfit mothers your seed protection. Is refusing to give unfit mothers your seed protection. I wouldn't say that it's so much protection as refusing to participate in a dumbass situation. And if their mother's already, somebody's already given them that seed, so too late. What do we say to the brother that did that? I said, shit, bro, like stop procreating with dumbasses. I mean, we try. I mean, when it gets to that point, I guess prevention is protection, but I would call that common sense. Yeah. I mean, but when it comes down to something like that hybrid catastrophic impact X83rd power, is that, but the unruly ones, those are the ones that you stay away from. I mean, I'm not going to force myself to deal with unruly. That's not going to happen. I mean, if you're being unruly and you refuse to follow my follow my lead, kick rocks. And don't worry, I'm not right off the hand or right off the bat expecting any type of respect or anything like that. I don't feel entitled to anything. So I mean, but I can take my ball and go home. So that's always a choice. So, just stupidity is a choice, and dealing with unruly people is a choice as well. You don't have to deal with those people. And then if they want to scream, why you're not protecting us? And just, that's when you can turn around and say, well, you can shut the fuck up. It's like, just, you won't shut the fuck up. Find a man to get under and, make him a sandwich or some shit. I don't know, but shut the fuck up. It's just, shit. Mhm. Hyper catastrophic impact X83rd Power said, I am so thankful I did not procreate with Keisha. Okay, awesome. That's a good move. You did not impregnate something and take the irresponsible route. Like they say that us black men do. We just procreate and then we just abandon our kids and leave the mother alone to raise it on their own. Like this. Let's see. Every day of my life. True. Imagine if the black women held the unruly ones accountable in some way, shape, or form. Then those women would get harassed daily. Those I ain't never heard chicks tell me I don't protect them. It's an online thing. However, I don't. uh, when I was a teen, I had an ex-black woman tell me that she aborted my kid and was happy about it. Yeah, I had a neighbor like it was almost 10 years ago. Said like he had his girlfriend living with him, and up until a point where she wasn't there anymore, and he told me the story why she wasn't there. She had gotten pregnant, and I don't know why people don't understand what happens with unprotected sex. I mean, it's a fucking phenomenon. But she was pregnant. She was pregnant with twins, and he was all excited about it. The odds of twins, like, but she didn't want to go through with it, so she went on her own to get an abortion. And he with and this is why people are like, well, she can make the decision to kill it or keep it and make me pay child support, so why should I have to take care of it? But he wanted to take care of it. I mean, twins, come on now. Twins, that's some special shit. But what happened was that the doctor botched up the abortion and it destroyed her ability to have children. Which, I mean, for any woman, I mean, that's some serious stuff. And, I can't empathize with something like that, especially for the women that wanted to have children. But that particular person, she went by her, the person that whose protection she was under, and killed his children. So he said that he just decided, hey, break up with her, kicked her out of his place, and just said fuck that, and then said I ain't even feel sorry for her anymore after that, even with what happened. So there. She doesn't want to be saved. E40. You know who else said that? Project Pat. It seems like people who create poor quality are abnormally fertile. That doesn't help society progress in the long term. There's no quality control to filter out poor quality procreators. Yes, like idiocracy. All the smart people want to wait, like, and then end up having like 0 to 1 kid, but all the idiots keep creating all these little vagrants and shit. Yeah, very bad, very bad for society in the long run. I'd rather live in a roach infested apartment in a neighborhood by the train tracks and trap houses than live with Keisha. Wow. I would rather not have it have roaches. Uh, yeah, roaches are a bad thing. I mean, I grew up in a house that had roaches. I mean, they are disgusting little creatures. Yeah, but yeah, and it it was like that until it wasn't, and I haven't lived in a place that had roaches ever since. So that was when I was like that shit stopped when I was a teenager. So yeah, yeah, very bad, very bad. You don't know what it is like until you are sleeping and you have one crawl across your face while you sleep. That's when you know it's bad. All right. Uh Cubicle Master Debater with the super chat. Really appreciate that. He said this is from Gabe's dad. Oh, here we go. Yeah. And what Gabe say this time? It was and then oh shit, I just noticed your avatar. That's from Bowfinger, old Jeff Ramsey. Yeah, that's Eddie Murphy played two roles. He played twin brothers. One was a movie star, the other one was like a really huge dork nerdy archetype. Yeah, I thought the archetype was what happened was because Eddie Murphy was the big movie star, they found his twin brother who almost was nothing like him, and then they cut his hair and they made it look like it was him, the actual movie star. So yeah, that movie was pretty funny. And just some shit. You know what I'm saying? It was one that, had secret digs at Hollywood culture itself. So yeah, movie's named Bowfinger. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so thank you for that super chat. Really appreciating the support. I guess I'll go ahead and give you Wacky D. Yeah, here you go. All right. And Black Light Revelations too, the whole Japan. That whole Japan black men want to procreate with their women is some very weird shit. They know motherfuckers are dumb and have low self esteem and brag about it like it's a flex. Yeah, I haven't. I've been hearing about that. I heard. I saw a clip where Tasha K was screaming about it, but yeah, they saying that Japan wants black men to come over and procreate with their women. I was like, oh, okay. So I would like to hear a story from a black man that has actually done that. But yeah, that is kind of weird. it is. It is. So let's see. We could take over the anime industry after they're gone. They think we are dummies. Say hybrid facts. Fuck them for thinking motherfuckers will just jump on that weirdo shit. If they are so much more superior, let them figure out how not to go extinct. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. They'll call us lazy. They'll call us failures. They'll do all that shit. Yeah, they're super racist toward us. I mean, I would know something like that based upon what I heard my brother's experiences were in the army. I think if a black man finds love with a Japanese woman, that's cool, but calls uh, for an Asian eugenics project, they can fuck off. They should that should be taken to the UN. Some international cuck shit. Random fact about the movie Idiocracy is where Crocs were first made. They wanted to make a shoe that looked stupid and cheap. Oh my god, for real? That's how Crocs came to be. Cubicle Mass Debater. Thank you for the super chat once again. He said BGS son him today, LOL. Not as bad as Obsidian son him about the inferior comp tier cert. Uh, I'm not going to condemn something that's useful. I would say as a comp tier. Um, you know, and I'd just rather talk to somebody that knows a little better than I do about that. But thank you for the support. Let me hold on, let me update the scroll ticker. Yeah, so all of you for whoever donated toward the laptop, which I'm still pretty much counting all super chat and cash app donations. Um, you know, yeah. No, wait a minute. That ain't it. That ain't it. It's got to be 10 more. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's it. All right. $305 to go. $305 to go. As far as the laptop fund, I really appreciate the support on that. See, I'm not gonna lie to you. You look like your father ain't stopped procreation, Andre. Oh God, Greg, what's good, man? Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. Yeah, the man said Black Light even got names prepared for him. Where's Black Light? He made a. Let's see. The Japanese gonna treat mixed kids bad too. Let's see. Gabe said, I've interviewed and hired competent cybersecurity professionals with the CompTIA Security Plus cert. They don't know what they're talking about, Kev, LOL. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, like I said, I would rather talk to someone who knows rather than to comment. You know, I can't say the CompTIA is useless. You know, and this is somebody who knows. So hey, use a whole weirdo for ruining my family name. Just what, huh? Oh, that's something a little personal. And criminals from Job Corps can get CompTIA certs. I promise you, that black man being brutally honest. I have a friend in real who's into cybersecurity in real life. I'll ask him. Oh, okay. Okay, so y'all just I say it should be a crime to reproduce without passing a competency examination, two-part adulting and pre-parenting. It's a shame that it would. I mean, that's a great idea. It would have to come down to something like that. People say that sir usually don't hire anyone in the industry. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's been 51 minutes. Let me see. Uh, okay, I got 20. You got 20 likes. Yeah, 20 in the building, so that's a good ratio. But if you haven't pressed like, please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Said at first I feared a dystopian, oppressive future. At this point, I see that it's necessary. Well, that should go along with voting. I mean, shit, you need to have a license to drive. Eh, you're for hiring Theo Welford, so had enough of his training to get contracts and get people hired. Look, I'll say this. If both of them have done some good, then I would say that's a win. I mean, it's thumbs up for Gabe, thumbs up for Theo. That's my position. Greg, all right. He has his 10 month. Oh, you approaching a year. Yeah, some of y'all are approaching a year on the membership, so I need to try to come up with a little 1 year membership badge for you guys. So he says, greeting from Tokyo. He is in Tokyo, Japan. We were just talking about the Japanese. I mean, I don't know how long you've been here, but we was talking about that whole thing of they're asking black men to procreate with Japanese women. So I mean, you're slap in the middle of it, man. So I mean, you're doing a cabbage patch at the local bars and stuff. Like, oh, hey ladies, stuff like that. Anyway, man, glad to see him brothers having a good time, man. For real, for real. Yeah. They said they won't let me super chat here in Japan. Oh, you had some. If you want to, you can send it in a cash app, and I'll just say what you got to say. I mean, I'll be more than willing to, anything that you know how it is, though. Yeah, Greg, like what the fuck? Oh, you didn't hear about that? You didn't hear about like they won't. Yeah, they supposedly. I mean, this is what's going around on social media over here that they want black men to that they supposedly wanting black men to procreate with Japanese women. I mean, I say that's why those chicks were coming up to me the other night in the bar. I don't know. They could. I don't know, man. You could be just some debonair man who had that suave effect on the women. It could be just because of that. Shoot. It could, I mean, I'm just saying, bro. I mean, you just walk up in there all cool and shit, and then it just they could be like, oh, what do they say, Greg sign or whatever. Like I don't want to get it. I don't want to get it wrong or twisted or nothing like that. But like quality control like a motherfucker. Yeah. So anyway, we talking about what does protecting black women look like? We don't protect them enough. That's the oh, kid seeing red was good. Yeah, we talking about some. We don't protect the B dub enough around here. I mean, especially online, we don't protect them from words. We hurl true statements that debunk the information that they give out. Then they don't feel protected. Like that. People are coming for them. How dare you argue with me? How dare you match the energy that I got? Yeah, it's just shit's ridiculous. But argument is as long as you are under a man or you get behind a man or you decide that you want to follow the lead of a man, then you should not have any problem getting any protection. And we have another super chat from Cubicle Mass Debater. Silence now, son. Do you have a CISM? Okay. All right. But thank you for the support. Thank you. Let me go ahead and am I twisting those nuts? No Diddy, man. No Diddy. No Diddy. Let's not do that. Let's not twist some nuts. Like, don't no. We're good. Let's see. Okay. Boom. Update. Update. All right. So all right, it's been almost an hour. So yeah. So why don't they feel protected? Why don't I wish there was some woman in the cloud somewhere or that would come up to the panel and tell me, or try to explain, why women don't feel protected online. And, I would love to, I would love to say that this baloney, that's crap, that's BS. Kev, I heard someone was coming to you to cry again about other men, but stay requesting panels with them. Uh, mm, I don't know. Where you hear that from? And I hope not. I don't know, man. I mean, I let people come up here and say what they got to say, but the crying part, we don't want to be known as men who cry, even though some that has been said about some of the people who come up to this panel. Oh, you black men do it cry, that kind of shit. What are the women's firearm purchase statistics looking like? Would low sales correlate to low protection? Probably. I mean, they got mace and pepper spray too, and stun guns and brass knucks. I mean, I don't know. The strength of a woman, they might be able to get through them brass knucks, but I mean, unless she Ronda Rousey or Clarissa Shields. This man Gabe said my cheering section is deep in the chat. Y'all need some pom poms to make it official. In a society where women can get firearms, they can protect themselves. I would figure, yeah, ain't nobody stopping them getting guns. I mean, that under. Oh my God, I don't know. If you're talking about Gabe, I hear Gabe is very successful in the tech industry. So, saying, yeah, I mean, yeah, they could protect themselves. That what they be saying, like, I could just get me a gun. And then like I usually respond with that's fine, that's dandy. You need to go to a shooting range to practice firing that motherfucker or go out somewhere in a clearing like a lot of people do. But my question for you is this: what if he got good aim? No, I would in no way, shape, or form try to shame a woman into believing that she has to be under a man. But let's just ask some common sense questions here. So here's what I've said thus far. Number one, we can't control when a criminal act will happen. So you can't really count that under the non-protection thing. Um, um, because those are spontaneous acts. If we did have something like that, I'm sure that there would be a man there trying to protect you. But when you live in an evil world, there are certain common sense measures that you have to take in order to protect yourself. Um, let's see. All right. If you're not seeking the protection and of a man, if you're not following a man's lead, if you are into disrespecting men on a regular basis, then what's going to come into question if you are a woman out there is what you deserve and what you don't deserve. A lot of men are going to have enough common sense not to protect someone that is uh, flagrantly acting as opposed to the man as possible. It's like, why would anyone want to waste their time with a person like that? And that's just a common sense thing for him. Okay. Cubicle Master Debater, thank you for the super chat once again. He said that black men being brutally honest. With all due respect, Kev, he does work in the industry, but does not contract for the industry. This would be like comparing a flea on a lion's sack to the lion. Gabe A laugh emoji. So thank you for the super chat support. Really appreciating the monetary support. And I think you got me under $300 left toward the laptop. All right. So we give you Wacky D and Sunshine. Okay. So let me change that banner to little scroll ticker. Let's see. Edit. Okay. There we go. All right. He said he wants career advice from me. That's Officer Faulkner. What's good? What's good? Yeah. Shoot. So hope everyone having a good week. We are 1 hour into this stream. Yeah. Thank all of you for coming through. Let's see what I've got to do real quick. Hopefully tomorrow will be a good day. Boy, I tell you, it's well, I wish I could. Sometimes like when I come up to these platforms, I wish I could unpack somewhat. So I mean, I did that for a second, and I didn't feel very good about it because it seemed to like present some form of weakness. So I try not to do it. I try to do it less. Yeah, because these platforms can easily be a way to project how you feel and try to make it look like that is not your problem. I try to do better than that. So anyway. Like I said, hopefully everybody's having a week. I mean, a good week, a great week. Hopefully some of you are having a better week than me. You know what I'm saying? And that's not for me to say that I'm having a bad week. What I'm saying is I try to be more of a congratulator and less of a hater. Yeah. Okay, I dropped off for a second. If he joins the panel, I give him advice, Kev. Up to you. Oh, okay. All right, I'll drop the link. See if anybody comes up. I'll go about like what 30, 40 more minutes. Let's see. See, okay. We're almost there. All right. So there's the link right there for anybody that wants to come up. Yeah. There's only one group of people who are truly protected. That is the group with the most financial resources, military power, global influence, and aptitude for violence. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know where you're going with that one. Yeah, what's good, Gabe?
It was okay.
All right, let's go.
I mean, he's paid enough in order for a small consultation. I mean, he's contributed to the laptop fund so much. So I'm like, hey, listen, I'm here if you need advice.
Okay.
So I mean, he's talking about certifications. Some don't even really exist. He's up here Googling certs. Listen, I can help you if you need help. All right. Just join the panel. Let's talk about it.
Well, the link is down below. So,
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of as we wait, I think the protection thing is interesting. I mean, I don't know. I kind of take the position where I'm like, I only protect my family. I think whatchamacallit said earlier. My family, my friends, and those who are close to me. All black women are not on the agenda for protecting. I'm sorry. I'm just not. That's just not my thing. Now I'll call the police if I see something happening pretty bad. I see somebody break into your home or something. You know, I'm a productive societal member. I'm not just gonna let you be. But I'm not jumping in a firefight. Not at all. I'm not jumping in nobody's firefight. I'm not stepping in between no fists. I'm not stepping in between no weapons for somebody who, I mean, just quite honestly, is not my responsibility. So that's kind of the position I take.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've said it before. I don't know anybody shit but the people who I'm directly involved with. I mean, if if I see somebody in trouble, I'm gonna look around. Hey, police over there. So
Right.
yeah, but putting my neck on the line. I mean, I don't. If I got my own to protect, what good is it me being dead? Somebody else.
Yeah, man. Like it's like it you're literally putting yourself at risk by having the potential to take you away from the people that are most important to you. Like I'm about to just jump out there for some random women who I don't even know the situation. Let's get into that. I don't even know the situation. I don't. You could have exacerbated whatever you're going through. You could have been the one that is the aggressor. I might jump in and she might start fighting me. So I'm good, man. I'm good on all that.
Is it Black Light Revelations 2? Online protection is code speak for why have you taken over the world to provide ease of life for us? But if we took over the world, there's no guarantee who we would provide benefit to. Yeah. I mean, really, if we amass that much power, do you know we'll start thinking about the times when we didn't have the power, and it's just like who was acting up versus who wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, people are petty like that. I mean, history shows it.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
What doesn't look like he's about to come up. So, I mean, I was here. And this whole thing about going up on Marcus is, I really don't rock with Marcus like that. I don't know. Something about him, he's a little too slow. I don't know. For me, like he just don't be getting stuff. So, I don't know. I only talk to people who, I don't know, I can have an enjoyable conversation with. Marcus is all right, but I don't really have too much to talk to him about. So nobody's afraid of him. He just be, I don't know, he just be saying stuff. I'm like, it's not my ethos over there. That's not I can't really.
So
I just stay off his panel. Let me just say that.
I mean, it's anyone's choice. I mean, it said hybrid catastrophic impact. X83rd Power said, I have seen videos of dudes that end up getting killed trying to protect a woman, either started it or end up going home with the perpetrator, and she's still out on the street and shit.
Come on, man.
That's boinking the homies.
Yeah. Right. I mean, he's looking for advice in the chat, talking about certs and come on, man.
Okay.
Kev, it's crazy because at a certain level, like you stop looking for certifications. Like certifications are not the telltale for your career success. Your impact to an organization, really, the bottom line, right? The revenue that you're able to generate for an organization is really where a lot of the value becomes within the field. So it's not like certs are. I think certs are good, but I don't think certs are the telltale for your success within your industry.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know.
But you say certs are helpful, correct?
They're helpful at certain levels. Yep. For entry level, or if you're doing a very strong, very majorly technical type of role, certifications can help to solidify a lot of those foundational skills.
Okay.
But
so notice you made that comment down there about hiring guys with Security Plus certs.
Yes.
Okay. What other certs did they have?
So like Security Plus is one. A lot of times Network Plus. So that gives a lot of people a lot of foundation in networking skills, right? Routers, switches, at times modems, but even just the communications between computer systems, whether servers, workstations, laptops, or whatever. That Network Plus will give you a real solid foundation there. But then if you're looking at the Security Plus, that'll give you more of those security controls, security kind of concepts, the foundationals like the CIA triad, like confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So, those are those are kind of some of those foundational concepts which will help you in cybersecurity. Software specific certs, I don't know what he's talking about there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, cause like, I don't know. I was trying to do that a while back. I'm trying not to take too long to make the decision to whether I'm going to get back into it or not. But, it's like, here you say like just a Security Plus cert. I would say, what would the person, what would you look for in an interview with a person if you're just going to hire them with just a Security Plus cert?
So it's never for any candidate. It's not just a certification and then a job. It's typically you have maybe a certification to give some foundational understanding of their skill set. But then like things like having some level of experience, they might have done an internship. They might have developed their own home lab where they're able to test out certain cybersecurity concepts. Like, say, for instance, you can have like a home hacking lab, utilizing like virtual servers, utilizing cloud environments. Chaos, what are you doing? All right.
Hello?
Yeah, you just making noise.
No, don't worry about it. Continue.
All right. So yeah, it's just a lot of so like a certification plus some own your home labbing plus your ability to network with people in the field. Kind of it's like a full breadth of kind of abilities, I guess. Say, for instance, you've been attending conferences, you kind of understand what the news is within the field. Like, what are some of the latest hacks? Where do you get your news from? There's like kind of it's like those all help to make somebody a attractive candidate in cybersecurity.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah,
it makes sense. I mean,
man.
I'm very receptive to stuff like this, but hey, but I mean, like I said, comment on people's level of success, or like I said, something I don't have very much knowledge on. I mean, I have some knowledge, but it just better to hear from people who know, who've actually been in the trenches like that. So
yeah. So it's like, and I'm not answering any of his questions in the chat. He has the opportunity to jump up on the panel.
Yeah.
So but I'm not like, so yeah, I don't work so many different roles, and I actually just stepped into a director level role. So
okay, all right. Well, if it's was it a promotion
most recently? No, I went to another organization.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right. So they be telling me like, you don't know what you talk about. Da, 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 da. I'm like, all right, okay. Talk to my industry. Talk to them about it. So it's just interesting.
Word. Then we got Chaos Rain up here. What's good?
What's good, man?
What's the word, man? I haven't heard from you in a minute, man.
Who else is up? Let me say something. I'm not sure why we're still dealing with the protection piece, but I will say this. If women were so concerned about protection, then they should understand the environment they're in and move accordingly. Other than that, they're around certain niggas, and she gets caught up. She need to be warned that these dudes are going to pull up their phones, their smartphones, their iPhones, their Androids, and be saying, World Star. That's pretty much it.
Yo, what's good, everybody? So, like, what's the topic again for tonight's show?
What does protecting Black women look like? Since we get so much feedback as to how we're not protecting them, and everything. You know, I
Well,
just want to.
protection. Well, to me, it's having a show. An award show called Black Girls Rock, and they having you have Ice Cube going on an all black woman panel talking about what about black women? What are we getting out of this platinum package deal, whatever the case may be. So I mean, like they stay on cold the most. You can't tell a black woman nothing. They're automatically queens from day one, with no type of background check or nothing like that. I mean,
It's
even up here,
Mother of the Earth. I mean, it's
yeah.
supposed to.
Also, they got like shelters. They, who's that chick who I think she was like in college or something. She had like a show, but like only black people can go or black women can go. Like no whites was allowed, and it was like, isn't that segregation? And she couldn't even fathom how idiotic that sounded. Like I forgot the story, but it was something along those lines where a black woman tried to do some type of event and only black women or black people can go, and like no whites was allowed and nothing like that. So like I mean, you could pretty much say whatever, say anything, or they love to say that black women make the less, but in reality black women make more money than black men, if you really want to put the put the stats and numbers on it, but that to me that's black protection right there.
Okay. Let me call it Greg. Thank you for the Cash App. He says Passport Bros for the win. So appreciate you with the support. Yeah. We go ahead and change the banner for real. All of the financial support that I'm getting goes toward a new laptop computer. My old one died. So I'm really appreciating the love that I am getting from you guys. So
What laptop did you have?
what laptop did I have? I had a Lenovo, but it just killed
You broke
over.
up a little bit. Sorry, say that again.
I said I had a Lenovo. So yeah, it killed over.
Yeah, it was like one of those Walmart laptops.
No, it wasn't Walmart. They say Walmart. I mean, it might as well be. It was a refurbished, but I mean, it worked pretty good until it didn't.
I bought a MacBook. I bought a 2018 MacBook Air for like less than $400 at a pawn shop. It's still up and running. You know what I'm saying? I used
Sound like that was stolen. I don't know where you get a MacBook Air for less than 400.
Like 400 or 500. It was like a 2018 MacBook Air for like less than $400, but it still runs. I was at a pawn shop, so I'm pretty sure up here they don't play about their pawn shops.
Sounds stolen to me, but I don't know. Somebody could have traded it in, or just traded it for some money. The 2018 MacBook Air.
Yeah. I mean, it's rose gold too. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like I do it for like DJing and stuff like that. And you know, I barely use it, but I use it here and there, or whatever.
Oh, and they look about right. They look about right as it concerns price.
Now, what about like Haitian women or like black women who's like not FBA? Are they on the same boat too, or no?
Yeah.
Like Haitian women, Jamaican women, Caribbean women.
It's a question. Is somebody else mad with me? Like I'm hearing. I just got a weird message. Like someone new is supposedly pissed off with me.
I've been hearing some rumbles, Kev. It seems like you letting certain people on your panel, probably including myself, that has caused people to say like, I'm not going over there to support it anymore.
I didn't hear anything at all. Like,
no.
So what? Somebody else decided to say, "Hey, fuck Kev," because I've been getting a lot of that lately. I mean, certain people I can't talk about, but like,
I don't know. I ain't about to get you in nothing, but I'm just saying those are the
Nah, 'cause
rumbles that I've heard.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure it'll come around sooner or later. But I mean, for me, it's mono and mono. Like, like what the fuck?
But that's not how they operate, though. That's not how a lot of them operate. They'll be dropping people from panels, blocking people, timing people out. So they'll say come up and talk, but they literally had their finger on the drop button. They had a finger on the leave studio button or the mute button. So they say it, but it ain't really what it is. They really don't want to go mano a mano with nobody.
Did you guys watch the Cameron thing on Fox News?
Nah, I did. I heard some rumbles about that, but it's just I don't know.
Because I've seen bits and parts of it, and it's like everybody's mad. Like you can't. I mean, I'm not really mad at him. I mean, he brought first of all didn't know that Cam didn't really have that much dealings with Diddy in the first place. So, I mean, Harlem dudes is like low key. I think most of these Harlem dudes is like low key GAY because they just be doing that pause thing too much to the point where it's like, okay, we get it. You're not that, but why you keep trying to like put it out there that you're not? But anyways, like I mean, Cam and Dame Dash is pretty much like the same person. Like they just don't like talk. They don't like to talk about other men, especially if they don't really deal with them like that on like that much, you know. And everybody's mad at Cam. I'm not really mad at Cam like that.
They would see pictures and everything because it was the New York rap era. They were coming up around the same time. So I think that's kind of those loose associations that a lot of the media does. Not to say that they are associated, but they black from New York rappers. I mean, they automatically put you into the same category.
Yeah, I mean that's like them getting like Nas or somebody like that to talk about P. I mean, I'm pretty sure Nas has
I bet they've reached out to Nas about it. I bet they
reached
have.
out to everybody probably. They reached out to every rapper probably.
Yeah,
but
because everybody right now is trying to get the hot take on Diddy.
Well, they got it.
Yeah. From his bodyguard. That bodyguard been singing for years. That
but you know
bodyguard
what, though? But like Gene Deal, like I can't stand niggas like Gene Deal because like you watched all that go down, and now you want to out the nigga, and it's like, bro, like you seen him do wicked shit for eons, and now you want to wave the police flag. It's like fuck, man, fuck.
Pretty
you,
crazy.
Like,
yeah.
Well,
you think it was a conscious thing, or he just like he
was witnessing P Diddy do this fucking DDTing these hoes and choke slamming these women, and like now you want to act all hard. Like, come on, man, chill out.
But you know what? You
talk about protecting black women.
Well,
he was protecting his own back, and Diddy.
Yeah, but with Diddy, you don't know what kind of other stuff that he's like. This is the stuff we know that he's done. Like most likely, he's probably gone all the way. You know what I'm trying to say in terms of like taking care of a situation. He's probably done it with his own hands. And so when you've seen someone do that, I mean, you're probably going to be a little bit careful. I mean, just a few years ago, he threw a weight at a UCLA coach because he wasn't giving his son playtime.
Oh,
he threw a weight at him and broke a mirror. That's already past the level of insanity. Like you're throwing weights in the weight room. Like what the hell's the matter with you? So when I heard that,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but you know what though? Like, I mean, see me, I'm an opportunist. If you throw a weight at me, if I'm a coach, I'm not in that P Diddy circle like that. I'm just a random coach who's coaching your son. You do some shit like that, you want to lose a couple of M's. I'm taking you to court. That's me.
But you know what?
I'm about them M's.
I'm out here in California. People run up into your house like it's a sport out here. Like
they do what?
Really?
They run up into your house like it's like their job, like it's a sport, right? So like they've gone into LeBron James's house. They've gone from Pasadena to
about celebrities.
You know what? More M's to count in court. You want one of my house too? Okay,
yeah. But I'm just
10
saying,
more M's.
No,
10 more.
You can't pay to get your life back. I'm just telling you, these guys out here on some other shit, and if you mess with the wrong people out here, they're gonna touch you. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're behind a gated community. So you got to understand, like some of these people, they're gonna touch you. So you gotta sort of weigh, like, are you really gonna get that money? And if you get that money, how long are you gonna be able to keep that money?
We'll see. Let's see. Like me though. Like, listen, if I take Diddy to court, let's say I'm a coach, random coach from California, whatever, right? I'm gonna get the mems, right, and I'm gonna move. Like I'm move to Idaho, nigga. They ain't listen. They ain't got no connection in Idaho or fucking Wyoming like that. You know, that's just me though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. Listen, that's what I'm saying. Like Gene Deal, you still a pussy at the end of the day because like bro, like I said, you seen all this shit now, and now you want to get the courage to be, oh, I hate Diddy now. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. Like now you want to act all hard. I mean, Gene Dill ain't no better than Cassie. I mean, shit, you stayed you stayed longer than Cassie, and you still witnessed all this abuse, and now you want to come out, and now you want to act all righteous and all that. Man, come on, man. That's corny.
I think it's less of him wanting to be righteous and more of him looking at an opportunity. I mean, that Diddy fountain, right? That Diddy fountain of money is gone. So you gotta eat somehow.
And like, cause like real talk, like listen, like I say this all the time. I'm born in '94. I'm so tired of watching all these videos of him, Reggie Wright, and everybody making these Tupac and Biggie videos. Like, bro, like I'm tired of the whole Tupac and Biggie conspiracy videos. Like, I'm so tired of Tupac Resurrection and fucking Notorious. Like, I'm done. I'm cooked on that.
No,
shit.
They love that, man. They love like, all bro, that.
Every year there's a new documentary. Oh, this is the new footage of Tupac getting shot. And come on, I don't want to see it. And stop it. That's every year on Netflix. Oh, here's a new video, some unseen footage of Tupac leaving Circus with a Big Mac in his head. Like, come on, man, that's just corny.
Nah, you're right. I mean, hey, I know what you mean.
yeah. That's I don't really like watching videos like with Gene Dill and Reggie Wright. Like, dude, like talk about something else. Like, Biggie and Pac been dead since fucking. I was 3 years old when Tupac and Biggie got killed, man. 3 years old. Like, come on now. Let's talk about Soulja Boy or some shit like that. Like, come on, man. It's just
Soulja Boy? You ready to hear about Soulja Boy?
You can talk about the Thundercats. I still don't give it. Like, talk about something else.
Yeah.
That shit corny.
That's funny.
Talk about Vince McMahon and them niggas. Don't talk about no fucking niggas who died 30 years ago and now you want to you still got to pay your rent money. So let's make a quick little video about Pocket Big. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Okay. All right.
Kev, like y'all went a whole different direction here.
I didn't mean. But you know what though? Listen, I would say this though. My first girlfriend was a black girl, whatever. And like, for me, I don't generalize. Like, if I had a bad run-in with a black woman, I'm not gonna be like, oh, all black women are like this bad experience.
Whoa, slow down. That's a little too mature for a lot of these dudes. Slow down.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Hey,
contextualizing experiences is slow down.
Yeah, but McDrama Bear
business.
McDrama Bear spoke yet. I don't mean to cut y'all premium, but
yeah. I spoke for sure.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I guess on the topic, what's the topic? Is protecting black
women? Protection. Yeah. What does it look like?
What does it look like? I think the only thing we can do, and I've talked about this on SKC's panel, and he sort of said the same thing, is really changing the branding of the quote unquote community, because there's fuckery in every community, right? But the only difference is, for instance, white people don't have to live with all being considered rednecks, right? It's just like, it's like when we talk about rednecks, it's like it's those white people over there, and that really has nothing to do with the overall perception of whiteness, right? But when you think of what's happening in the community, people automatically think Tupac, Biggie, Sexy Red, all of this ratchet stuff, right? And this just from people who outside of the community that might not have a lot of knowledge about the African-American community or the history or anything like that. They just know these pop culture things. And I think if we can do anything, it's creating a better brand. So that way, when you approach a black man or a black woman, you're thinking more like, oh, this person's probably in tech, or this person's probably doing this or that, instead of, oh, this person's in a gang, or this person's going to rob me or something like that.
But then But then how do you do that? Like, right? You really have to. I don't. If there's a person out on the street and they look at me and they automatically assume I'm some gang member, I probably don't want to talk to or be associated with that person at all. If they're so quick to quote unquote read a book by its cover or read a black person by the media, then they're probably a pretty ignorant person rather than interacting and then coming up with their own opinion of me.
I kind of agree, but again, I think the way we sort of our brains work is we put things into categories, and especially for a lot of people who don't have a lot of knowledge of Black history or even know Black people themselves, they're gonna just go with the categories that they have in themselves. I mean, I deal with this all the time. I'm in like a very white community. I don't sound like I'm from the hood. I got pretty light skin, right? But I still have to deal with people coming up to me with certain preconceived notions about who I am or the things I know or this and that. Like, oh, you must be good at basketball or you can dance or this and that. These are just like very narrow things, right? But this is what most of the world's going to be like. So as much as we want to say treat people as individuals, they're not going to do that, right? And so I don't know.
So you think most of the world only sees Black people as basketball players, entertainers, and like rap artists or something? Like, do you think most of the world sees? But I mean, socially, right?
Yep.
But
I do. Actually, I do.
I don't know.
I think most of China, they call, like, for instance, I heard people going to China or Japan or China, they'll call Black people if they're tall, like, oh, Kobe Bryant. Right. And part of it is like, it's understanding, like they're in China, they speak Chinese. Like, it's understandable that they don't know that much about, Black culture, right? But the downside of it is it's whatever bubbles up is what they're gonna know. Like, even for the first Star Wars movie that came out, with Rey, and there was with Finn. Finn was the Black character? I forgot his name. He wasn't even on the poster for the China premiere. They edited him out.
Yeah, that sounds like a marketing thing, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but why edit him out? He was a pretty major character. He wasn't even on the poster at all.
I'll ask you a question real quick. Listen, I don't really watch Star Wars, but who's Finn? Is he Black or something? Like what?
Exactly. He's a Black character.
Isn't it that the Billy D. Williams character?
Oh no, I'm talking about the ones that just came out, like the newest trilogy that just came out in the last.
Oh yeah. I'm not the loop. Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
I look. No one liked those movies, and I'm here to defend the movies. But he's a prominent figure in the movie, and he was definitely in the American posters, right? But in China, they wiped it out because they know probably it was going to affect the sales, and overseas sales is a big portion of how they make money nowadays.
Now wait. Let me interject real quick. I got a question. So now on the flip side of that, Black Panther was shown in Japan and China, right? I mean, didn't Black Panther do some good numbers out there?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously,
yes.
I think if
there's a worldwide, yeah.
But if the whole movie's Black, I think it's going to be hard to edit out the Black character. But and again, these are only specific scenarios, and I'm using the point at what I think is happening in people's heart, which is hard to do, right?
Yeah.
See,
I get what you're saying.
Hold on one second, Premium. Let me get in here too. Yeah. I was gonna say, like, I see it, right? But like, that's just kind of the entertainment area, and I'm not saying that it's right at all. But like, if you walk into a boardroom and there are just a multicultural boardroom, do you think that people within a business setting or corporate setting or somewhere that's more, I guess, common, right, a work environment, do you think that they like initially are looking at a Black person and like, oh, okay, here comes Tupac or here comes some rapper, rather than looking more at competence?
I think they expect competence. So yeah, they're definitely going to check your competence, but I think there are degrees in terms of how they think about it. And I think that in that case, in a boardroom, they're going to check you out a lot more. And they might, like, especially, I'm a software engineer. They might ask me more esoteric questions about databases or just weird shit that maybe they might not go so deep on with someone else. Now, again, I'm not the racism card person, right? I'm gonna work hard. You can try to trick me all you want. You're not going to be able to do it, right? But I am able to see the reality for what it is, having grown up with certain people and then seeing how they change and then just comparing it to how people interact. So, but to your point, I don't know how we can change the branding. Like, I don't have an answer to that. But I think the only way I think that's the only way is if we can change the branding of Black people to be, oh, Black people, those are the engineers, those are the so and so's, right? Instead of whatever the other cliches are.
I mean, in certain environments, Black people. I mean, have you heard of NSBE before? The National Society of Black Engineers.
I have not.
It's a huge worldwide like organization that's like a composition of Black engineers. Like there's like Black accountants like organizations. I just don't know if this thing is as widespread as now. I think it's more widespread in media, like entertainment and media. Yes, probably there are more of those perceptions affect the business of that. But I'm thinking like in more of the day to day, what most people are doing, like going to their quote unquote 9-to-5 jobs and their roles. I think it plays a lesser part than in entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like changing, how we are perceived around the world, I don't think we can ever change that. I mean, I'll always say this, like, I mean, if you want to make a change, it has to start with like the babies that's coming up, because right now our generation is already cooked. You know what I'm saying? Like, we will have to start from ground zero again. And it's kind of weird because like out there in China, I mean, like they associate like what dude said, if you're a tall Black dude, they all call you Kobe or whatever. So they love Kobe. Like they love wearing the jerseys. They love, I mean, like, dude, I see a lot of videos of like Asian people. Like there was this one Asian song, whatever, like a little rap song, but it was an Asian. And like Black folks out here was jamming to it and shit. So like, I mean, like, have you guys ever watched that video of that Asian dude getting naps in his hair? Like, they was twisting up his hair to make it look like an African afro or shit like that.
No, I haven't seen that.
No, yeah, there was an Asian dude went to Asian barber out there in Asia or whatever, and like they tied up his hair, or they did something to his hair to make it look like it was coarse. So like they want to be us to a degree, but like when it comes to like the movies and shit like that, like I mean I don't know, it's kind of funny. It's really funny because like they want to be like us, but they still look down on us. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen plenty of videos of like people going over to like Korea or China, and they talk about the dating scene out there. And some lady said she went out with a Chinese dude, and the Chinese dude was like, "Yeah, we can date, but I don't want no N-word babies." And it's like, bro, like their mind is so warped to the point where there's so many videos I see from there's so many videos I see from Asian people, and they just like from a different planet. Like they like Black people speaking in Asian, and Asian kids is talking about why are you Black and Black is evil. Like it's just crazy, man. That's I don't really care about what Asian people really have to think on certain topics, especially those type of topics.
Yeah.
Well, on the flip side, I mean, isn't it sort of the cliche that all Asians are smart and all Asians know tech?
Well, I mean, the prominent ones here, they know that shit. I mean, most of the things we use around the house is made from Asia. Our cars, or if not, listen, if you got an American car, you got some type of Asian car part inside that American car that came from Asia. You know what I'm saying? We got the phones that we use and shit, like our washers and dryers. Most of that shit come from there, man. I mean, yeah, I mean,
I don't think that's what's contributing to Asians getting hired at like a Facebook or a Google or something, right? It's like, oh, your people make phones, you must know how to code, right? I think,
yeah,
because what I'm getting at is that I think there is a nugget of truth that Asians graduate college and high school at a higher degree, something like 50%, and I think they make the most money out of all the Indians and East Asians and stuff. And so I think there's a nugget of truth there based on just the numbers, right? And so that creates a perception of, well, all Asians are smart, even though maybe most of them aren't achieving at high levels, but I've heard, you know, anecdotal stories of, you know, Asian men being able to use that as an advantage to get into organizations and then maybe skill up while they're there, right?
Right.
I mean, in
yeah.
undergrad, I mean, it was very common. My undergrad's in electrical engineering, and it was very common that a lot of them cheated. Indians
Right.
and Asians, a lot of them cheated.
Yeah.
They would huddle together and do all types of stuff. They was just cheating, cheating to the top. So
yeah, and also like, I mean, man, listen, I will tell you this quick little story. When me and my brother was like kids, right? We had this Asian friend or whatever. We borrowed like some type of Nintendo 60 game on the Nintendo 64 game from him because he was cool like that, and we kept it for like months to like a year, and that was some bullshit game. And like the Asian dude was about to move out the neighborhood, and like him and his mom came to our house, and it was like, yeah, we want that game back. We forgot all about it, and like they don't lose track of anything. It's more of a culture thing. I mean, they really instill in their kids like, yo, you're gonna be something. You're not gonna be, you know, fucking around. You're gonna have to go to college or whatever the case may be and get this money up. So some stereotypes is
more of a
true.
cultural thing.
Yeah, like some stereotypes. That's like the small hat people. They hate how they always be brought up. Oh, well, you own half of Hollywood. You own this. You own that. But reality is like that is true to a point. They do own a lot of things. That you know, say we apply ourselves for. You know, and you know, for our people, I mean, there's some stereotypes that's true. I mean, hate it or love it. I mean, some stereotypes about us we do, you know, act out on. You know, every race group has stereotypes. That is true.
Well, yeah, and so that's my point. I think what the stereotypes that I think most of us aren't really hood or whatever, but I do think that there is this idea of being black that's on a spectrum that goes toward at the negative end, a very hood poverty like culture. And I think whatever that rebrand is a way of us like cutting off the poverty culture from being black, right?
But then why is it our responsibility to disprove or to fight that particular narrative about black people when we don't live it? A lot of us don't live it anymore. Or I just don't want to pick up the mantle of changing some narrative about black people when it's like I don't even associate with anything like that. That's not even my life. So I'm not taking up the responsibility for something that's not mine.
Right.
I agree. I agree with that. I don't think it's necessarily anyone's responsibility, but what I wish we had is our own sectors that we could go to where like a majority black company that's in tech or like cybersecurity or software engineering, right? It's just like there'd be a level of comfort where it's just like you still do your due diligence, you still do your background checks or whatever, but what because we're in a market type environment, right, where it relies on competition, having competent black sectors as competition against the wider market provides an ability for more of us to go out in other places and get jobs. Because if we don't get jobs there, we can always go to our own industries, and our own industry is an actual competitor against other quote unquote white institutions.
So let me see. So you think that it's just we need to have our own competition with like Facebook, Google, like the FANG companies? You think that would help to better advantage black people or something? I mean, is that kind of what you're saying?
I mean, I don't think we'd be able to compete against a Facebook, but from an abstract point of view, yeah, like if there were more quote unquote black owned businesses.
Premium. I'm sorry, you got a lot of feedback coming from you people. Yo, all right. Yep. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I didn't know if that was me. No, yeah, I think we need to get in where we can fit in. So really just us having sectors of the market that just we're stereotypically good at. Like for instance, you tend to see a lot of black people in call centers or customer service. If we could just have companies that are like mainly black that are like, you got to go to this one company, like you need to do with a lot of other employment agencies if you want to get your customer service, right? And we're known for making sure that they're trained and we're just the best at it. And so rather than you try to deal with it yourself, just go to this black company and get your customer service because you know they're going to handle it, right? It's like, and again, this is pie in the sky, and this may or may not be
Sure,
the
yeah.
solution, right? But I think if there was more of that, that starts to change the narrative. 1, 2, creates bases of power that are that create jobs, which starts attacking that poverty and even just the lack of wealth in the community. And again, I think everything's about branding, and just having that positive branding, it would be key, right? Just like, that's just what I'm thinking. That's just where I'm going. I'll land it there.
So, man, I'm telling you, I've circled that drain several times over my career. So, I mean, to get people even interested in the stuff that I'm interested in, kids or younger people, like, it's like, or even adults, it's like I'm fighting against disinterest. They want to talk about the stuff and do the stuff that's a lot of times most common to our culture. Like,
I agree.
I don't know. I guess I kind of gave up trying to change people's minds. Like, it's like talking to Chaos. Chaos just be around. I'm telling you, he just be. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to give Chaos.
Chaos, where you at?
Chaos just be around. Chaos will ask all the questions about tech and all these things, but Chaos ain't doing nothing with that information. Chaos is doing nothing with the information. Chaos is going back to
somebody coming in. Who coming in? What's on?
I'm saying, so we were talking about getting people interested in the tech industry and kind of what that looks like in the branding. And I'm like, it's like talking to you, right? You get all the information, but you don't do nothing with it. Like, I think that there's been many times we've had several conversations. You were like, oh, what about this? What certifications? What industries? And you ain't done nothing with it.
I remember talking about that.
Right. And I'm saying
I have no problem with people getting in tech. I had Keep Tech on my channel. Did you know that?
You were talking about you getting in. You were looking for areas of you getting in.
Really?
What
show was this? I got to rewind that. I remember me getting tech.
Oh, man. Never mind. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, he asks all the questions. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing with it.
No.
So anyway, I'm just out of the business of trying to advertise something that I know will be beneficial to people. I just like, let me just keep it pushing.
It better use a different example, but okay.
No. You're a perfect example, Chaos.
I am not a perfect example because I don't remember anything of that conversation.
You'll loiter on the panel and just be there. You're just around and just soaking in all the information, but you're not doing nothing with it. No, I'm not saying anything. I think you're just a good example.
If I ask for advice, I will ask it, and then what I do is my business.
You have asked.
No,
but you have.
No.
You never asked for advice about getting into tech.
I'm not interested right now getting tech right now.
Okay.
Who said I was getting tech?
Nobody cares. It's okay.
All right,
thank you. Make it about you. Okay.
Thank you. Keep pushing.
But yes, sir. Yes, sir. So anyway, that's just I'm just disinterested in getting people interested in something that they're not interested in.
I think in general, that's a smart idea. I mean, we only have so much time. And, it's hard enough for us to even have a solid family, maybe buy a house, get our stuff together, get our career together. So yeah, I think in general, it's too big of a problem for any individual. Like, this is definitely something that needs to come from a top down. Like, we have so many Black institutions, quote unquote leaders, and it doesn't seem like, if they are interested in it, that they're not focused on trying to figure out things from first principles to solve it, or they're completely focused on, I don't even know, just getting money, and then the money gets dried up magically. So I mean, I don't think this is something that you or I can individually do. Like, even like you hear even in the space where people keep talking about this for Black boys. It's like, do the best you can to help out any Black boys that need it around you, right? But there's only so much that we can do on our own. Go ahead. Sorry.
And there can be things that we can do through our employment, right? There's plenty of like career fairs and recruitment efforts. I know that in the role I'm going into, we're really looking at bringing in a pipeline of early career associates and entry level and intern folk. So I was kind of bringing forth the idea about, connecting with particular universities that might have the career fields and the majors that would align to the business that we're trying to staff for, right? So it's like, there might be attention there because people are already in the career field or already in the field of study that would align to our business interest. So stuff like that can help. Like if we connected with, like if the organization I'm a part of, if we partner with like a HBCU specifically looking for a diverse, quote unquote, right, or black folk to come into the industry, that I think that can make a difference to a degree. So, you know, I think there are efforts, but you know, these panels and going from here to there and just like these dudes, this is gonna be like talking to chaos. All right.
Oh, no.
All right, that's my last one. That's my last one. My bad, Kev. We don't went somewhere completely different.
No, that's okay. That thanks for keeping the conversation going. Just some on my mind right now. So anyway, It's been about 2 hours anyway. So if y'all want to get some final statements in, we can go ahead and do that. And I might have to go on tomorrow night. Depends.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you saying like no, I gotta investigate whatever this claim is. So anyway, go ahead, say y'all final stuff and
okay. I can start off. Yeah, man. I like I said before, you just protect whoever's the closest to you. I can't protect the black woman that I don't know because I'll put myself at risk for the black woman I do know. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. So, you know, but yeah, other than that, you know, it seemed like the trolls in the chat had calmed down when people started talking about some real stuff. So, you know, happy you all enjoyed the conversation. If you need more, right? I have a tech channel that you all can sign up for a consultation service. I'm charging y'all double. Okay, I'm charging y'all double the consultation fee if you want career advice. I can help you out there. But all right, I don't have anything else. Yeah, good conversation, y'all. Peace.
Yep, for sure.
Yep.
All right, thanks once again for coming through, Gabe. Shoot, who's next?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Thanks, Kev, for having me up. I mean, I think you can only protect those around you. I don't think we can protect whole groups. Like, can we protect white women? Can we protect black men? Can we protect? It's like we can't really do that. I think the only thing we can do is create a better narrative about have a community and create a better narrative about that community, and through that, you know, black women can be in that more positive community, and that might serve as a barrier or shield to help them deflect negative things and, on the converse, attract positive things that they're looking for. So thanks again.
Word. Thank you, Big Drama Bear, for coming through once again. Chaos, you got anything?
The only thing I can say with black women are gonna be good, man. I mean, their complaints because they look for attack dogs. You know what it is, Kev.
Yeah.
And here's the funny thing about it. They'll go and make a lie, even with this billionaire saying something and know it's not true. They just look for something to better their self-esteem because they have none. What the black man's revealed is they have very low self-esteem. Instead of improving the self-esteem and changing things that they do pretty much wrong, which is simple, they bitch and complain. And no person has time to bitch and complain this person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So my recommendation for those who don't feel protected, shut your fucking mouth and get behind a man. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But anyway, good topic. I'll probably explore it again real soon. Thank you all for those of you who stuck by me this entire time for the journey. I appreciate that. For those of you who decided that you want to go through other paths, I'm going to have to, it does look like I'm going to have to address a couple of you very, very soon. So anyway, I've tried to be a champion for this space, but you know what I'm saying? It's just, it is what it is. And like I said, I'll just go and do a little bit more investigation and see what's going on. And I will see you guys Thursday evening for sure. So anyway, That's it. Long live the habitual line steppers and Kev we trust. Do not give up, win, and peace out. Thank you.